jealousies, insecurities, what will society think, what my life look like. Can I handle being married to a man who's married to more than one woman? Can I handle polygyny? Am I emotionally capable? Am I emotionally ready? Now, I've heard this from a number of women, whether they were initial wives or whether they were subsequent wives. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to find out if you are emotionally capable, if you're emotionally ready to handle polygyny. And if you aren't but want to be, what steps you can take in order to increase your emotional intelligence and your emotional well-being. So stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Nyla, Coach Nyla, one of your coaches and co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships and OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com. So yes, in this video, we are going to talk about, are you capable? Are you ready? Are you emotionally capable of handling polygyny? Of course, for those who are new to our channel, welcome. Those who are new to Outstanding Personal Relationships, or what we call OPR, welcome. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified of our videos, which are released Mondays and Thursdays. So yeah, but we're gonna get into it. So yeah, the thing is, I've heard this from a number of women, whether they are initial wives, first wives, or they're subsequent wives, incoming wives. And the thing is, when people think about polygyny, a lot of times when they think about polygyny, in the society that I live in, the automatic thought comes to, what would the first wife feel? Or how do you feel as a first wife? Now, I'm a subsequent wife, an incoming wife, and I stated in a number of videos, I have a number of videos that talk about why I married a married man. I also have videos that also stated that if I was to do it over again, my choice in the matter would actually to be one of a first wife, and I'll state my reasons in a different video, but pretty much to be, because my mindset was and is of a person who really want to make polygyny easier for people who are involved, period. I want them to see it for the beauty that it is, and I don't want any issues. I like peace. So whether it's an incoming wife that our husband is marrying, or anything like that, I want to make sure that there's peace there. So yeah, it doesn't really matter if you are an initial wife or a subsequent wife. There are insecurities, there are jealousies, there are issues, there are emotional things that come with marriage, period. Whether you're in monogamy or polygyny, there are emotions attached to the unknowns. That's what it comes down to. A lot of times we fear the unknown. We fear what other people say. Sometimes people are quick to say, I don't care what other people think. If that's you, alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah, that's great and amazing for the most part, because then you do have an emotional stability there that says, you know what you think is what you think, and what you think about me is none of my business. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on my marriage. I'm going to focus on that, and to heck with anybody else. That's understandable. But there are people out there, people like me, who that was an issue. What people thought about me was an issue. And I stated, like, even in an earlier Q&A that we've done, where I said there were times when I would say, I wish I didn't care so much. And it's not to the point where I care that I would not be who I am because of what other people think. It's just that it would affect me in ways that is not conducive to a healthy confidence level or a healthy emotional well-being. So the thing is, are you capable? Are you emotionally ready? My thing is, if I knew what I know now, or if I knew that I was going to go through a lot of the backlash that I went through, that affected a lot of my confidence and emotional stability and things like that, and maturity, and what I wanted my marriage to look like and what I wanted my family relationship to look like as a whole. I would have probably done more personal development. There would just be different things that I would have done prior to entering polygyny. However, would that have stopped me from entering polygyny? No, because I do see the big picture. I always saw the big picture, and I see that it is an important type of marriage for society. It's an important solution to a lot of problems out there, and to be able to be a voice that educates about it, I don't think I would really have it any other way, regardless of a lot of the societal conditioning that is out there. So, and especially looking at what we do and how is opening the doors for the conversation and for people to understand a whole lot more, because a lot of it does come from ignorance, and ignorance is just a lack of understanding. So, you know, are you emotionally ready? That's the thing. Can you handle challenges that could come up? Can you emotionally step back and say, I need to figure this out? Or are you one to just totally jump into extreme emotions, meaning you're very sad or very depressed or very angry? Do you automatically, or do you quickly jump into those emotions when something happens, when something negative happens? Do you get massive anxiety? We had a question that asked, like, how do you deal with anxiety disorders when you're in polygyny? Pretty much how you would deal with an anxiety disorder, period. No matter whether you're in polygyny or not, or whether you were not married and you're dealing with different anxiety things. You know, there are a number of things for that. There are, doctors, there are apps, there are a number of things, and I've helped people by giving them those resources when they're having to deal with anxiety. But are you willing to see that? Can you see that these are triggers? You have some triggers that may bother you. You have some triggers that may cause some issues, and you know your reaction to these triggers. Do you already know that? Now that right there shows emotional intelligence. That in itself, because you know what triggers you. The thing is, next, do you know how to combat those emotional triggers? Do you know how to say, you know what, this is what I'm feeling, and this is what I'm going to do because this is the way I'm feeling right now? Or are you a person, as I stated before, do you automatically just jump to stuff? Are you a person that will raise your voice, yell, make a scene, these different things? Now, when it comes down to that, maybe you're not emotionally ready. Are you a person who takes whatever anybody says and take it as your own? Do you question yourself? Do you question your integrity? Do you question your morality? Do you allow other people's thoughts about you to cause you to question yourself, what you're doing? Those are certain things that you will have to ask yourself. Not that we do that on purpose, but sometimes we have to take a step back because we're so into it. We're so immersed in it that we don't even see it. So we may need to step back and step out of ourselves and watch, or at least write and say, well, if this was to happen, this is what I would do. If this was to happen, if this happened, or when this happened, this is what I've done. So look towards your past and what you've done in certain situations, in certain stressful situations, in certain high challenging situations. What have you done? What is your normal reaction? Your average reaction. Are you reacting to things? Are you responding to things? Do you take the time out to reflect? Or are you a person that reacts and then apologizes? Those are the different things that we want to look at, that we want to see and say, you know what? I need to work on these things if this is not the person that I want to be. And that's regardless of if you're entering in polygyny or not. But being emotionally capable or an emotionally intelligent, being able to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally capable of managing your emotions. That's what we want to be able to do. Being emotionally intelligent does not mean that you don't go through these emotions. It doesn't mean that you don't slip up. We're human beings. We have natural emotions. Being emotionally intelligent means that you're able to see these emotions for what they are. And you're able to take a break, sit down, and evaluate these things. Is it true? Is it affecting me? How is it affecting me? Am I making it more of a big deal than what it is? These type of questions. If you can ask yourself those questions and totally be honest with yourself, that is an amazing thing. That is the step towards emotional maturity. And if you're emotionally mature, then you can handle pretty much anything, whether it's polygyny or any type of challenges that can come from polygyny, or anybody that's saying whatever they want to say without them putting their feelings about it on you, their experiences about it on you, or their misconceptions and myths about it on you. Because you'll be able to sort out the truth from falsehood. You'll be able to sort out things and say, does this apply to me? And if it does not apply to you, then you can move forward on how you want to move forward. And that's the thing where we talk about minding your marriage. You want to make sure that that's the thing that you're doing. You're making sure that you're minding your marriage. And that goes into, what do I want my marriage to look like? Whether you've entered into polygyny or not, is still, what do I want my marriage to look like? Having that mission statement. This is what I want it to look like. This is what I'm willing to do in order to allow that to happen. Being emotionally intelligent, being able to be intentional about the things that you want and how you want your marriage to be, that's the signs of a person who is emotionally capable of handling polygyny or any other thing that's out there, or the challenges in polygyny. Because I can't even just say polygyny, because polygyny is a form of marriage. When people say handling polygyny, it makes it seem like polygyny is just something that's a totally challenging thing. Life can be challenging. Marriage in general can be challenging. Parenthood can be challenging. But if you're emotionally capable, if you're emotionally stable, if you are emotionally intelligent, and that's being able to manage your emotions, recognize the triggers, and devise a plan in order to successfully navigate through any type of challenge, then you're ready. Just realize that you may be tested, you may be tried. And once you recognize that and prepare yourself for that, you'll be just fine. So make sure you do those things. If you want to know if you're emotionally ready, if you're emotionally capable, ask yourself the questions that I posed to you in this video. Look at what you've done in the past and also see how you want to improve in the future. And if you like this video, make sure you share it. Make sure you comment below, like, subscribe, all that other great stuff. Hit that bell so you get notified of our videos when they come out on Mondays and Thursdays. And we also do live Q&As. So you make sure that you hit that bell so you're notified. Before I leave, I'm going to give you guys some GLC, leave you with that. Make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. Make sure you check out us on our different social media platforms, which I have listed down in the comments and I have listed down in the description, and inshallah, God willing, I will see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.